Movies of the Meek, where we watch made-for-TV movies and miniseries so you don't have to. From Gia to Xenon, Hysteria to Sybil, welcome to Movies of the Meek.
So, High School Musical 2
Yes.
is the story that I assume takes place after High School Musical 1. And it is the story of Zac Efron and his girlfriend Vanessa Hudgens and their good friend Hair Guy are all working for a golf club that is arranged by Ashley Tisdale. And basically they need to get a job to pay for college. And they think that they can somehow work at a golf course for one summer, and that can help pay for college.
That was my first problem I had with this movie.
And so one of the things that is kind of baffling is that in the very beginning, all of the exposition for all their storylines is revealed very quickly. Where Troy's just like, as long as we're going to be together, it'll be fun, right? And Vanessa Hudgens is like, I just feel like we're not going to have enough time to see each other. And Ashley Tisdale's like, I want to get sex with Troy because I just want him. And I'll use my money to make that happen. And then Hair Guy's like, I just like to dance. And then they go, and like, to be honest, like, this movie doesn't make any fucking sense to me, man. Like, the entire time I was watching it, I was just like, do they live at that golf course? And how many days does this take place during? Because it seems like maybe at most it feels like 3 days.
Yeah.
But like Vanessa Hudgens is like, we never get time to see each other. And I'm like, you saw each other yesterday, I feel like. Or is this taking place over multiple months and we're only seeing snippets of it?
I think it's that. I think it takes place over the summer. Like, right? Because the talent show wouldn't happen the first week they get there.
And then at the very end of the movie, they have a song where it's like, now our summer started. And I was like, so how many fucking days has it been?
Yo. Oh my god.
Because legit, like, I don't understand.
Yeah, this movie was fucking rough. But yeah, like, okay, so let's go back a little bit. So yeah, the first thing that I had a problem with was, you mentioned it, they're like, let's get summer jobs to pay for college because college is really expensive.
Yeah,
and then
whatever I make, my parents are gonna double.
Yeah, they're gonna match. And then Hair Guy's like, I'm gonna buy a car. So that's his motive throughout the whole movie, is this fucking car.
Yeah, he's like, I want to buy a car, and I'm gonna take you out on a real nice date, girl.
But Zac Efron, he's apparently so poor that he has to pay his own way through college. Yeah, and there's no way you can do that in whenever this movie was made, 2007. But he doesn't look poor. He looks like he's upper middle class, maybe.
Yeah. Other than that dad's car, the tools he's using to work on that car are nicer than the car.
His fucking kitchen is beautiful. Remember the scene where they're all, him and his boys just got done playing soccer?
Oh yeah,
they're playing basketball, and they're all they're in the kitchen. There's like granite towel.
Yeah, his bedroom's beautiful.
Yeah, I know. Like, I don't understand. But whatever. He's trying to pay for college, apparently.
His bedroom looks nicer than any bedroom I have had or ever will have. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Sell your bedroom.
I know. My last bedroom at my parents' house was a garage, and it was terrible. But yeah, so whatever. Fuck it. I zoned out for large portions of this movie. I think I'm just now realizing I don't like musicals. Because
you figured it out now, so you're good.
I'm good now, but like every time a song came on, I was like, no way. Because they're all really bad, Max. Like, all these fucking songs are terrible, unless you
So
unless you have a different opinion.
I do not. I do not think any of these songs were good. Now, the very first song that starts off the movie, which is when they're sitting in the woman's class, and she's like, "My little troglodytes, the summer is winking at you on this fine day."
Fuck her.
And they're just banging on their desk, and they're going, "Summer,
Summer,
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 summer." So. The class bell rings to start the beginning of that song because it's the end of the school year and it's the final bell. However, at the end of the song, the bell rings again. So were they singing in the middle of that class, or was that class a dream? And really,
I like
nothing happened?
I like Zac Efron's reaction when they all freak out and throw their papers in the air. He like kind of flinches, and he's just like it's almost as if he knows they're about to break out into song, and he like really doesn't like doing this.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what time is it, right? Is that the song?
Yeah. What time is it? Summertime.
Oh man, Hair Guy's killing it though.
Oh my God, Hair Guy. Corbin Bleh. is his name. I don't know his character's name. I feel like it's like Chad or something.
It's Chad, yeah. So it's Troy, Chad. You have Gabriella, which is Troy's girlfriend.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Sharpay.
That's the only one I did commit to memory because that name's fucking bonkers.
And she's really like the main character of this movie.
Yeah.
Which is fucking weird. And
she has zero arc, by the way. They rob her of one.
I think, I've seen bits and pieces of the first movie because my sisters fucking love these movies when I was growing up. And I think the first movie is the same. Like, she's the villain in the first movie, and then nothing happens. And then since nothing happens, she does it again in the second movie. And I'm assuming in the third movie she does it again.
Probably.
But yeah, that was super... Not that I was, like, fucking... like interested in anything in this movie, but like it did suck that she didn't learn anything.
Yeah, and she's about to learn something, and she kind of learns a valuable lesson from Troy, and she has a moment where she's about to be redeemed, and he's like, you know what, like, I will sing with you, but my Wildcats gotta roll with me. They gotta roll with me hard. And she goes, you know what, like, okay, Troy, I will do it. And then they're like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. We got Gabriella on this song, bitch.
Yeah,
get out of here, bitch.
They totally screw her over. And what do you think she's gonna do in the next movie? She's gonna fucking do it all over again.
Yeah, she's gonna do the same thing because they robbed her of the ability to learn.
Oh man,
she will hate people, poor people, her whole life.
She was nasty in this movie.
Yeah,
she's a nasty person.
You know, her opening song is terrible.
Oh my God, that's the pool one, right? Her and Ryan. So Ryan is her brother.
Yeah.
And in that scene, and I don't know, I think I read somewhere that's a different person, but they're both lounging, and then she breaks out into song, and then it cuts to what looks to be Ryan in the pool playing piano.
Yes.
But then it cuts back to him singing next to her. I was really confused as to where, like, he seemed to be teleporting all over the resort during that song.
So that's one of the questions that I have, which is, are they actually singing in the real life, or are these conversations that are happening?
I have no idea. Max. Because they don't ever acknowledge that they're doing this.
Yeah.
Unless it's one of those scenes where, like Kelsey, I think her name is, the like music person, the composer,
the nerd.
The music nerd, if she's like, hey guys, like, I wrote this weird song about your relationship. do you want to like, you want me to start playing it awkwardly and then you guys kind of join in and everything? I think in those scenes they know they're doing it.
Yeah.
I think. Also, what the fuck is up with, like, why is Troy, like, all the jocks, I guess, from the first movie, so Troy, Hair Boy, and all the other guys, why are they all fucking, like, they're still like, well, we don't dance and we don't like to sing? Like, I thought, I didn't see the first movie, but wasn't the first movie, like, they were playing sports, and then everyone was like, "You can't sing too," and they do it at the end.
Yeah, I thought that that's what it was. It was like, you just have to fit into the confines of the one role that we've put you into. How dare you try and be more than one thing?
Exactly.
And Zac Efron's like, come on, everybody. Everybody's got their own vibe. Let's do it.
So they broke the boundaries in the first movie, and then all these fucking characters just went right back to where they were like a year ago, which I guess is close to real life.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought it was weird because like even that scene I just talked about when Kelsey was started to play that song for them, he was like, "I don't want to sing." I'm like, "What the? You have a beautiful voice, Zac Efron."
Zac Efron, you have a beautiful baby voice.
Apparently, he did all of his singing in this movie.
Yeah, you can tell. So anyway, I also love how there's a song about them complaining about their job and how hilarious it is because it's like, hey, you got us this job. You didn't tell me that the boss was a creep. And it's like, you didn't tell me there were gonna be dirty dishes I'd have to clean. It's like, duh, it's a fucking job, you idiot. Like you're really gonna get on him about him getting you a job? Like,
they're all terrible employees from what I've seen. Like, well, especially Zac Efron and Gabriella. They just they clock in and just go for picnics, and they clock in and they just kind of wander around and get in trouble.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, are they just there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Cause like,
well, no. Well, Zac Efron goes home at night because there's a couple times when he's working on the car with his dad, and he's like, and that's you get that son and dad time where he's like, "Dad, I don't know who I am anymore."
And there's even the one time where he's throwing the basketball up in the air and he's like really reflective, and his dad's like, "Hey, bud, how come the Wildcats aren't coming around?" And he's like, "I don't think the Wildcats would come around even if I asked them." He's like, "Nah, man, they do that." And during that point, like, the dad is like, "You haven't spent a lot of time in your room. You haven't left the past 3 days." And I was like, 3 days of not working? Is that what? What's happening?
I don't know, man. I have no idea. Also, how did he get to and from school? Because he didn't have that car until halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
And then you don't even see him drive the damn thing. He just his dad gives him the car. I don't think you ever see him drive it.
Yeah.
It's like an old, like, pickup. But I don't know. But yeah. Sharpay is like the focus of this movie for some reason. And you would think it would be the relationship between Zac Efron and Gabrielle.
Is it because her hair looks like Dog the fucking Bounty Hunter? Is that why? She looks like a fucking idiot.
She's the worst. She's
the worst.
She is the worst. But the whole movie's about her and about her manipulating everyone. Yeah. Gabriella isn't even the fucking movie. She's only in it like a couple times when they go on dates, and that's it.
Did you notice the one? So they do the golf course date, and then they all of a sudden you hear the sneaking around spy music that's like.
Oh yeah.
And then you're like, okay, Ashley Tisdale and brother are here, and then it shows them with their binoculars, and they're like, "Hey, I noticed that the green today was super dry. You should turn on the sprinklers." And so they turn on the sprinklers on Zac Efron and Gabriella, aka Vanessa Hudgens. And did you notice that entire sequence? So they decide to dance underneath the water as it's sprinkling on them, and there are beautiful rainbows surrounding them, and it looks beautiful. That entire sequence, as soon as the sprinklers are on, is so heavily ADR'd. Like, legit, none of what they're saying is coming from their mouths. He's like, "Let's dance, my lady." None of that came out of anyone.
There was a lot of ADR, and that extended to the songs too. There was a lot of shots where people weren't really singing, but there was words.
Yeah, it was clearly just a recorded soundtrack and then mouthing to it really badly. Also, one of the things that drove me fucking crazy was every single person in this movie, their foundation for their face didn't match their body. It's like you fucking hire makeup people that are good enough to not make these people look like fucking aliens. Like I
didn't even notice that.
I never want to complain about that kind of thing, but it was so disgusting to me in this movie. Zac Efron's head is such a completely different color that it looks like Robert Downey Jr. in any fucking Avengers movie where it's just clearly they CGI'd his head onto another body. Like that's what Zac Efron's head is looking like these entire movies, and I know it's actually it's his head. It just looks like a fucking like an idiot did the makeup job. It's fucking insane. Every character, fucking Corbin Blue or whatever his name is, terrible. Yeah, Vanessa Hudgens, terrible.
Dude, this is the most heated you've ever gotten on this podcast. Fuck. Well, they had a budget of $7 million, so they couldn't afford all that makeup, dude.
$7 fucking million?
Yeah.
That's so much money.
I know, for this fucking movie, dude. For this movie.
What did they spend it on?
Probably the last song they did.
The 3 in a row?
The 3 every day. Well, yeah, there was the ballad, and then there was Every Day, and then there was, like, the Miley Cyrus beach party song.
Jesus.
Which I didn't even watch that ending song. It came on, and I was just like, I know this is just one of those extras. Like, this is not relevant to the story.
You're like, I'm out. It's fine.
Yeah, I dipped out a little early. I wanted to watch Game of Thrones. Sorry.
Yeah, so basically moving along, so Ashley Tisdale obviously wants to fuck Troy, and so she's like, you know what I can do? I can, manipulate him using his dreams. And so she's like, I know a bunch of people that can talk to you about the scholarship board. And so she gets her dad's friends to basically make him move up the ladder. And basically she gets him to become a caddy, and then she gets him to become basically an assistant golf pro. But when Troy and Chad are caddies, Troy says, for $40 I'd caddy for Godzilla. And then the manager goes, psh, close enough. I really wanted to understand what he meant by that. Cause Godzilla? How is Ashley Tisdale's father like Godzilla? And then also during these sequences, I don't know if you noticed this, there is the most obscure inside reference for movies in this movie of all fucking time. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
They do it 3 times, okay? So in the movie Trading Places, there's a really long joke that happens at the Posh Country Club where it's a joke about them talking about playing tennis. And then, as the joke continues, then the guy goes to the punchline and he goes, and then she stepped on the ball. And everyone roars with laughter. And that's when Eddie Murphy is like, the fuck? That joke is used 3 times in this movie.
Yeah, I picked it up once. It happens 3 times.
It happens 3 times in this movie.
Oh, no.
And it's like, I've talked about this before, how I hate any time that a scene starts with 2 people walking into a room laughing at the punchline of a joke that we didn't hear the full part of. But part of me really enjoyed the fact that it was a joke from Trading Places. But at the same time, I was like, that's such a weird kind of inside thing to be like, these rich people only only like trading places jokes, and these rich people only make the trading places joke. Like the writers were like, that's the dichotomy of like fucking what rich people think is funny. Like that is the epitome of rich people humor. And so they just kept making it over and over again, and I was like, this is so bizarre. Like, what are you doing?
This movie's portrayal of wealthy people is kind of offensive. Like Sharpay's family is ridiculous.
Yeah.
From fucking Ryan's stupid hats. Like, I think he beat JJ with the hats, man.
I looked it up. He didn't.
He didn't?
Nah.
What's the score?
So they combined because it wasn't enough hats. So he and Piano Girl wear a total of 13 hats over the course of the film. But I'm glad we got an ongoing theme of hats for these past 2 episodes. I was super stoked. I was like, ooh, yeah.
His pink hat in the beginning was so good. I fucking love Ryan. He's my favorite.
God.
But yeah, so Sharpay moves Zac Efron up the ladder, and he begins to alienate himself from his core friend group.
Yeah.
And then there's this weird thing that happens that as this is happening and Sharpay's getting closer to Zac Efron, Ryan's getting alienated from Sharpay, and they're usually attached at the hip.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happens, but Ryan joins Zac Efron's friend group.
Yeah.
And it was almost like they did that just to get at Sharpay.
Well, the idea is that basically, so as Zac Efron.
Zac Efron.
As Zac Efron ends up moving into a Sharpay as a friend group, that's when basically Vanessa Hudgens is sad because she's like, how come we go on dates all the time, but like it's still not enough for me because I want a summer romance. And so that's when her one friend is like, you gotta check your options. My girlfriend, she got 10 rules about what it's like to date a man, and 9 of them rules is that he better never be late for no dates. And so that's when she kind of starts moving towards Ryan as a new male sexing figure. And you know, that's when he kind of is like, all right, this is how I roll. That's from these movies, right?
I think so.
I also think so.
I think it is.
And that's when Ryan decides to baseball with them.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, I love that part of the movie. So it's Hair Boy and Ryan, and Hair Boy's like, yo, dude, I don't dance. And then Ryan's like, yo, but dancing and baseball are the same thing. And they go into this fucking song. First off, Ryan's wearing like I guess golf clothes of some sort. I don't fucking know. He looks amazing the whole movie. And they break out into this terrible. This is my least favorite song in the movie, by the way. I fucking hate this song. That fucking hey bada bada. Oh, fuck that, dude. But there's a weird, I don't know. I was texting you when you were watching this. Like, there's a weird tension between them. Mm-hmm. Like, when they're talking to each other, like, they're kind of eyeing each other up and down. And I was like, that's kind of weird, but whatever. Yeah. And I noticed after they do the song, it cuts to them, like, at a bench or, like, at a table. Yeah. Hat Boy and Ryan are at a table, and they switched clothes. So Hat Boy's wearing Ryan's clothes from the previous scene, and then Ryan's wearing the baseball outfit, the Wildcat baseball outfit. And they're sitting very close to each other, and it's just kind of weird. So I looked it up, and there's like a whole fan conspiracy theory that they're gay lovers.
Well, there's I would say, to continue with that, the very last sequence from the baseball scene is actually Ryan is stopping Hairboy from sliding into base, and his crotch rubs past his face.
They like scissor.
They do legit basically scissor, and it ends with Hairboy's fucking face in Ryan's crotch.
Like, I don't know if that was intentional, but
Yeah.
I don't know why they switched clothes, unless it was like the whole song was about how baseball and dancing are the same, so they switched clothes because they're the same. I don't.
Or it could be that I don't dance is slang for docking.
I thought it was a goof. I was like, I caught a goof, but they forgot to put on the right clothes. And then no, I don't know. But yeah, there's like YouTube videos about how they're lovers. So I thought that was cool. Because it is implied that he might be gay. It's Ryan, anyway.
I mean, Hairboy's dance moves in that opening dance number. Jesus Christ. I mean, they're incredible.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, whoa, boy.
Oh boy.
Go, boy.
I don't even. What happens after this? What happens after the baseball scene?
So I mean, basically after that, that's when Ryan is fully integrated into their new society, where Ryan is king, and Hairboy is like, we are now king best friends. And then Zac Efron is like, man, I'm playing all these games where I'm playing with these college level guys, and all these people are loving and respecting me, but I feel like I'm losing part of myself and part of my friends. And that's when they go to the scene with him where he's at his really disgustingly nice house, and he's in his room, and then his dad talks to him, and that's when Zac Efron says, and this is a direct quote, "I just don't even know who I am anymore." It's like, you're exactly the same as you have been. You just are doing your job, and your job keeps evolving because you're dealing with manipulative people.
I like how his dad grabs a picture of Zac Efron from like literally the same year, and he was like, "I remember this guy. I was proud of this guy." And then it like cuts to the picture, and it's just Zac Efron. Like from this school
like 20
year.
minutes ago.
Yeah, I was like, all right, dude.
So there's the one song that "You Got the Music in Me," which they use as a leitmotif actually twice in the movie, which is kudos. But so the plan was that there's this huge talent show. Sharpay wins it every year, and so the plan was that Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens were gonna sing that together. But then Ashley Tisdale was like, "Fuck you, I'ma sing it," and so she decides to change the rules so that none of the employees can do it. And that's what causes the real divide in the groups of friends. That's where everyone's like, "Fuck you, Zac Efron." And he doesn't know about the rule break until he goes and decides to have lunch with them. And when he goes to have lunch with them, no one will talk to him. And then Nerd Music Girl slides him a piece of paper that shows the fucking little notice that none of the employees can be in the talent show. He crumples it into a ball, throws it in the trash can, and then Bet on It starts.
Oh man.
It legit has like, it's the rawest transition of all time. Like, I swear there must have been an additional minute, but they just cut that.
Yeah, and he's on the fucking golf course, just fucking killing it. He's just dancing his little heart out.
That I never saw this movie, but I remember seeing that YouTube video and just being like, "This is incredible!" Like his dance moves where he's like a diva and like swishing his hands out and like just like dancing down the golf course, and then when he sings into his reflection, and then his reflection sings back.
It's so good. It's so cheesy and terrible.
It's
and
so
it
good.
doesn't it remind you of Spider-Man 3 though, a little bit?
It does remind me a little bit of Spider-Man.
He's wearing all black and he's super moody. Oh, dude. So, yeah, bet on it. He does his thing. And then I think shortly after, that's when I'm not sure what the order of things is, but Gabriella confronts Sharpay about the rule change.
Yeah.
And that doesn't go well, obviously.
Yeah.
And then Zac Efron tries to talk to her, I think, after that. And that's when they break up, or kind of break up. She quits.
That's before that they break
That's
up
before.
and everything. Yeah.
So I brought that up because I noticed a goof in that scene.
Okay.
So, and I don't know if it's a true goof, but I think it's close. So she has, so at the beginning of the movie, in another one of my favorite scenes, Zac Efron puts that T necklace on her.
Oh my god. Jesus. They acted like that was like the biggest deal in the entire world. When people see that, like it literally is like they
oh,
act as if
shit.
like they're getting married.
Exactly.
Or something.
That's what I thought was happening. I was like, oh man. So she's wearing it, and then I believe the ballad starts.
Yeah.
And then she's singing. She has most of the parts in that song.
Yeah.
And then so they're like on that bridge. And then it cuts to her by some lockers or something. And so when they're on the bridge, she's wearing the necklace. And when she is in by the lockers, she's not wearing the necklace anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, shit, that's a goof right there, you know? But shortly after that, she hands him the necklace.
Yeah.
But then another goof happens later in the movie because
she has the necklace again.
She has the necklace again, and there's no scene establishing that. You would think that would be a pivotal scene where he gives back the necklace to her or puts it on her again as a callback, but they don't do that.
He couldn't have because of the fact that she was a surprise.
But then, yeah, so how did she get the necklace back? Either way, it's a goof. I think it's like two goofs in one.
Yeah.
But I was like really proud of myself because I called a goof.
My problem with that. Okay, so we're at the finale.
You're at the finale. Okay,
so
cool.
we're literally at the finale. So basically, Ashley Tisdale is like, "What's the fucking deal? Troy, are you doing this or not?" And he's like, "Fuck you! Like I'm not doing this." And then she's like, "Meh, cry." And then he's like, "You know what? Like guys, you know, I'm sorry that all this stuff happened." And then, you know, what's his name? Hair guy is like, he's like, you know, man, like, it was fucked up the stuff that you did, but I heard that you kept it real, and like, I'm good with you again. And he's like, you know what they say about brothers? And he was like, brothers fight, but they always brothers. And he's like, yeah. And then they hug, and then they're like, let's fucking do this talent show, bitch. And so then when that happens, they end up going back to Ashley Tisdale, and he's like, hey, like, we on, like, I'm gonna hook you up, like, we're good. And then that's when they pull a double cross, and they tell Troy that she wants to do a new song called Every Day. And then he goes up to her later, and he's like, I'm really shocked you want to do this new song. She's like, what new song? And then her brother's like, bye. And then they just
like that.
They just shove Troy on stage, and he starts singing this new song. And then Vanessa Hudgens comes out. She starts singing this new song, and everyone loves it and has a great time. However, Vanessa Hudgens quit her job. So Vanessa Hudgens is neither an employee or a member of the country club.
True.
How was she able to, 1, participate in the talent show, 2, get on the grounds for the fucking country club?
Well, I mean, she probably knows some secret ways to get in there. But I mean, that's a good point you brought up. I mean, but I feel like there are a million things like that in this movie.
True.
Like, just the logic doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I don't know. She does quit. Does she officially quit though, or she kind of just leave?
She does quit.
Okay.
Yeah, they say that. What I because there is no time in this movie. What I hope is the next day, maybe, they say that she quit.
Yeah.
But there is no time in this movie.
I don't know, man. I just know that fucking song killed. Like,
yeah, that was a great one.
Every Day was so good. I actually listened to it again today. Because I really like it for some reason.
I mean, that's like me with Chillin' Like a Villain from Descendants too.
Yeah, you put it on sometimes?
I listen to that song on the reg, dude. That song's tight as fuck.
You have a Spotify playlist?
Yo, Sophia Carson's new single is also dope.
Really?
Yeah, she's killing it.
Nice. Oh, man.
But that's it. There's no redemption for anyone.
No, exactly. I mean...
And then after everything that's happened, then they have a song that's like, now summer started.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Summer did start a long time ago.
Yeah.
Also, the whole concept of, like, Zac Efron getting a job at this place, and then he's like, you have to hire all of my friends.
Yeah.
And, like, it wasn't just, Hair Boy or whatever. It was literally the whole fucking school got hired. Yeah. Which doesn't make any sense at all.
It started with he really just wanted Vanessa Hudgens to have a job.
Yeah, I know, but that turned into the whole school getting hired.
Yeah.
Right? And it was all I don't fucking understand. I don't know, Max. This one was pretty rough.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that's the end of the movie. There's like that. The last song is what I could only think is like some kind of promo or something. Like, I don't know what that fucking thing was. It looked like a music video or something, like an extra end credits thing. Yeah. So, like I said, I didn't finish it, but based on the Wikipedia page, Miley Cyrus is in there somewhere.
She is.
Yeah, for 5 seconds. But that's the movie, and nothing happens.
Yeah. All right. So here's some trivia for you.
Okay.
It took 5 weeks to film this movie. Both Ryan and Kelsey wear 13 hats in the film.
Holy shit.
Are you ready for this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Every song used in this movie was rewritten at least 5 times. This is where it gets sad to me. It took the cast 3 days to shoot the "What Time Is It" opening musical sequence.
Wait, really?
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
It took 6 days to shoot the "Bet on It" sequence.
Shut the fuck up. 6 days?
Was 4 days him staring at that fucking water.
No. Dude, 6 days?
It should not have taken 6 days, bro.
What?
All right. Chad's t-shirt slogans were chosen by Disney viewers, as well as the type of sandwiches Troy makes Gabriella for their picnic, and viewers also chose the appearance of Miley Cyrus. All right, here are some goofs. When Troy is sitting in his bedroom tossing his basketball up and catching it, you can hear the noise of a regular basketball whenever he catches it. But later in the scene, he squeezes it, and you can see it's a plush pillow, which makes no sound. Which I did actually notice that. It switches from a regular basketball to a plush pillow, and I thought that was super weird.
Nice.
When Troy and Gabriella are on the 4th fairway and the sprinklers come on, they are consistently rotating steady stream sprinklers. However, they're making the ch-ch-ch-ch-ch sounds of impact sprinklers.
These people are super fans.
I love them.
Oh, dude, his shirts are fucking dope. Oh my
During
God.
the sequence with the piano, before Troy lies on it, there's no paper. After he lies on it, paper pops up on the left side of the piano from nowhere. When Troy goes to caddy, Sharpay's father's helicopter is landing facing east. The next frame, it's facing west.
Oh, shit.
After teaching kids to play golf, which that scene's amazing, Troy leaves Sharpay, who hits the ball. Before she hits it, there's a golf ball only on the left. Then there's a close-up of the ball with 2 balls behind it. Then, when it shows Sharpay hit the ball, there's a pile of balls set off to the side for her to hit.
I'm just picturing like people going frame by frame finding these.
I'm also picturing a person watching this movie and being like, "What? Wait, what? Whoa!" New Mexico does not have front license plates, as shown in several scenes.
Wasn't this filmed in Utah? Like I read?
Yes, it was.
Nice. It's beautiful there.
Last one.
Okay.
When Gabriella breaks up with Troy during Gotta Go My Own Way, she gives him back her tea necklace. Yet when she surprises him during Every Day, she's already wearing the necklace again. How did she get it back? This is explained on the High School Musical 2 DVD, where there's a deleted scene showing Taylor visiting Gabriella at her house after she quits her job at the country club. Taylor gives her back the tea necklace she had previously given Troy. This explains why she was wearing it again during Every Day.
Why was that cut?
Because the movie's real long.
It's not.
And they needed to make room for Miley Cyrus.
I guess it is like 10 minutes too long. It's like an hour and 40, I think.
Yeah.
All right. I found some shirts, Max. Apparently this is a big thing with this movie. Like, apparently it was a running joke in the first movie, and they continued it.
Okay.
So, all right. So High School Musical 2. So he's wearing, this first shirt is a Viva La Basketball shirt,
Tight.
which is pretty sick. Next one says, "Warning, do not read this shirt."
I remember that one.
The next one is "Laughing on the Inside." This one's fucking sick. This shirt, "My mom thinks I'm rad."
Nice.
That's it. Only a couple. The first movie, he has one, "I majored in vacation."
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this one's cool. "Worship waffle." "I just look like him." I don't know what that means. I don't know what this fucking dude.
I like it. All right. So next week we will be watching Stephen King's It, and also I will be on the next episode of We Read the Book, which is an excellent podcast where they watch a movie and then they talk about the book that is adapted from. They have an excellent episode that they did on 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, man.
Which, if there is ever a book that I feel bad for someone having to watch for a podcast and read a book for a podcast, it is that. Because I've tried reading that shit, and that is terrible.
Is it funny, or is it just kind of sad?
Them talking about it? No, it's funny when they're talking about it.
Okay, all right.
No, I definitely, like, I mean, the writing of 50 Shades of Grey, like, has one of the weirdest things in it where she, like, reacts to her own writing.
Wait, what?
Where she'll be like, and that's when he placed his penis on my shoulder and it was so hot. Oh my God. And you're just like, you can't react to your own writing? What are you doing? What?